All right, you guys, this is Stephen Key, inventRightTV. And during this video, I have a special guest, Dana Nolles, and we're going to talk about how to get to those companies to pitch your ideas and which methods are the best ways to communicate with those companies. So please watch this video. Okay, everybody, Stephen Key here. And I've got someone that's going to really wow you with some great information. Donna's here.
Get it out of here. Dana, stop that.
I did that for you. Okay. Dana Nolles is here, you guys. And she is running a new program at inventRight. It's not even that new anymore. It's called Gateway. And Gateway is a program where we're doing all the heavy lifting for people. Oh, God, why did we decide to do that, Dana?
Well, because that is the heavy lifting part is, just to be clear, it's not going out and getting the patent for you. That's not the heavy lifting. A lawyer can do that. Yeah. The prototypes, yeah, we offer that little bit service here and there. The heavy lifting, when we talk about it, is actually getting your product in front of the right person at the right company and having a conversation. That's the heavy lifting part.
Now, why is that? Let's talk about that for a minute. Why is that heavy lifting? I mean, can I just reach out to a company and say, hey, I've got a great idea and I know you like ideas. Can I show it to you?
You can try, and that does work for some people, but it's not like it's not just a one and done. Like you reach out to them and they're going to respond right away. I often we have a Gateway team over here on Gateway. We call us the Gateway Gators. We're the Gators. We go after the people. So it is not, and we keep records. We keep very, very clear records, very concise records of who we reach out to, when we reach out to, how many people we reach out to. We actually can track how many times we did a reach out to a company before we even got a connection. Now, that we have like this drop down tab and it says 1 reach out, 2 reach out, 3. That goes up to 8 reach outs. So it's not uncommon for us to, sometimes we love it when it's like 1 reach out, we got to the right person. Odds are that's not going to happen. We are going to reach out 3, 4, 5, 6 times before we finally get someone that says, I'm the person to look at. I'm the person I'm the person to talk to. I'm the person that's going to look at your idea. That's time consuming. It's scary. A lot of people quit at that point if they don't get a response. You talked about that last night on the Zoom. If they don't get a response right away, oh, it doesn't work. Oh, it's but it's not uncommon. I say this all the time. It's not uncommon for us to reach out. It's a larger company, 30 or 40 people in that company, just to find that one cheerleader that's going to say, yeah, I'm the guy. I'm the gal.
Dana, what an awful job.
I know, but I love it.
It's, when you say that, I want to cringe myself. You guys, you have to realize I've been knocking on doors since I was 18 years old, and I don't like it. I don't like it today. In fact, I think it's harder today than it was when I was younger. But Dana, how do you do it? Why aren't you getting discouraged? Why aren't you giving up like everybody else?
I don't know. I'm just weird, man. I don't know. I think because it's that it's a rush. I've said this so many times. It's like a dopamine high when you finally get into a company. And I look at these companies like they're challenges. It's a challenge for me. And I tend to go for the sharks. I go for the big companies. I go for little companies too, but I like it when I get into a big company and I'm talking to that guy or that girl. And to me, it's really enjoyable. And it's very educational, extremely educational for me to talk to all these different people
Well, Dana, were you a natural at this? Come on now. I know.
No.
Well, why is it so easy for you now than maybe it wasn't in the past? What's changed?
It's like doing anything. If you do it long enough, you get really good at it. And that's how it is for me. When I was an inventRight member, I was scared to death to pick up the phone. I've told that story 100 times. And I just knew that if I wanted the reward, I had to do the work. Now, what's great about Gateway is if you want the reward, you can now let us do the work.
So, wow. Yeah, it's gotten harder today. I want to tell everybody, and that's one reason why, Dana, And Sylvia said, Steve, we need to do something more for
Mhm.
people. That's when it
Mhm.
all started because it's gotten harder. They're getting so many emails. How do you
Yeah.
stand out? How do you get noticed? How do you find the right person? How do you do that today? Because it's gotten harder today. We wrote a book, Benjamin Harrison and I, called Licensing Ideas Using LinkedIn.
Mhm. Mhm.
And we have on the cover of the book, there's a little phone that has a cross that you don't have to call companies anymore.
Mm.
I know. See,
I
and that
know.
was how many years ago? It's changed because you can't get to people on LinkedIn anymore. It's very difficult.
Well, I'm gonna correct you there, Stephen. I'm gonna correct you.
Okay. All right.
Every person has their own style of getting in touch with that
Okay.
they like to communicate. Some people it is primarily LinkedIn. That's what they're on.
Okay.
Some people it is phone call. Some people it is
All right.
text message. I've called companies and left my cell phone number, give my cell phone number, and they've texted me back. And we have this whole conversation on text. So really, it's not that LinkedIn is a dying thing, but we
All right.
just have to figure out, and this is where the hard part is, which platform do they like to communicate on?
All
Some
right.
people will only do through email.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So you've got to stay with it. You got to try all of it to see which ones they like. I think that's correct because some people they like to text message or they like to do it this way or because a phone call typically, I mean, you guys do a lot of calling. Typically, phone calls, no one picks up the phone anymore, do they?
No, be prepared to leave a lot of voicemails. A lot. But they call, you know what?
Well,
if I make 100 phone calls in a week, this I'm just putting things into perspective for people. So if I make 100 phone calls in a week, do you know how many people may call me back?
how many?
Guess.
50.
Oh gosh, no. Maybe one or two.
Oh, no, no,
Yeah,
don't tell me
yeah,
that.
it's the truth. It's the truth. But
Okay.
if I'm leaving 50 voicemails or 100 voicemails, I'm calling important people. I'm thrilled when only one or two of them call me back and leave a voicemail for me and say, hey, this is
Okay.
my email. Yes, we'd like to look at this. That's a win for me. That's a win. Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
This doesn't sound easy at all. Okay, you've got a great product idea and you're not quite sure what to do. Or maybe you've got inventory in your garage because you were selling your product on Amazon and you don't want to continue doing it, but you want someone to help you license your idea to a company to bring it to market for you. We have a new program that's called Gateway, where we do all the work for you. We'll find the right companies and the right people to make sure your product is pitched correctly to get the licensing deal. This new program is called Gateway. If you're interested, please check it out. I want to break for just a minute, everyone. We have a new Wednesday, 5 p.m. West Coast. It's going to be 8 p.m., of course, East Coast. It's called the Licensing Playbook with Andrew Krause and myself. We're going to bring on Dana or Chad or Brad, and we're going to talk about big picture, how to license your ideas. But we're really going to dive in. At InventRight, we have steps 1 through 10. Step number 8 is calling companies. And Dana said it, you guys, you think it's hard to build a prototype. You think it's hard to file for the patent. No, the heavy lifting is step number 8, calling the companies. And that's what this new platform, it's going to be Zoom, but it's going to be streamed on, I think, LinkedIn, YouTube, and of course, Zoom. We did the first one yesterday. Great turnout, close to 100 people. It was a great event, but we're going to dive in. And Dana and the crew, the Gators, are going to come on and they're going to tell you how to do this and what they're experiencing. So you have to be ready, you have to be prepared. And if you're at that stage, please join us because I think you're going to walk away going, oh, gee, I've got a roadmap. But Dana, that roadmap changes.
Constantly. Yeah. And that's why we want to make it fresh, actually talking about things that happened this week. Every day, I think every day there's something different.
Okay.
And we're going to teach through sharing our experience.
Okay.
And that's probably the best way to teach, is to allow us to share what happens to us on a day-to-day,
Okay.
not using names or companies. And I have a ton of stories. Some of them are great. Some of them are, I'm going through one right now. It's driving me crazy. I'm just even begging the guy to please tell me you're not interested. He just won't say I'm not interested. But he's having this conversation with me for months. And I almost would rather have them just say we're not interested, so I can move on, because as long as they're not saying no, I'm still nurturing that relationship.
Okay. Yeah, everyone, we think the most difficult thing today is reaching out to the companies, finding the right companies, getting the right people, finding the right platform in which they want to communicate, and then getting the right material over to them. We're going to talk about some of this stuff in a little bit later. But Dana, thank you for coming on. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Yep.
Right. And you're going to share good stories, bad stories, whatever, to help us get into those companies to get those deals. Right.
Yeah, that's the plan.
All right. Okay, everybody. Thank you for coming on and watching us at inventRightTV. This is Stephen Key, Dana Nolles, and we will see you next time.